Okay, 8th grade. Sorry I couldn't be with you today. I'm not sure whether you're going to be doing art in my room or you're going to be doing it back in the classroom. Regardless, we are finishing, or continuing, I should say, working on our folders. This will be the last time that we work on it in class, all right? So last week, just to review, we had our name, not my name, but your name on the top left. So if you were not here last week, make sure that you get a blank folder and you're going to put your name on the top left. And then whoever your first hour teacher is, make sure their name is there. Do not write first hour teacher's name, write their actual name. So if you have Mr. Telshow, you have Mrs. Martin, whatever, put their name up at the top, all right? So then we are going to, got a little light there. Here's the review. So we took some unique stencils that we had, all right? I had all different kinds, and you can use different shapes. You can even be creative. I know some people use different things to make different things. You can get rid of that stuff and make an L. You know, you can be as creative as you want with those letters. So if you haven't done that yet, you're going to want to finish those letters up. So you can pick whether it's your first or last name on the folder, all right? You can see I used a variety of letters. They don't have to necessarily go straight across. They can be however you want to organize them. Most of you should have finished that part, but if you haven't, that's what you're going to do from there. And then we took a ruler, which are at the tables, or we'll have them available to you. And we started to make a three-dimensional letter. So we started with a 2D letter, kind of nice and flat, and then we are going to make some lines that are going all at the same angle. You see that my lines are all going towards the left. I want to show the left side of my different letters. So geometric letters that have corners to them, you can kind of see where the box shape is going to be. But if it's a rounded letter, you kind of have to just make some lines that go from the edge. All right? We're going to take those lines, and then we are going to add the backspace to them. So for instance, I had my lines going off here, and then whatever's going on in the front, I want to make sure is going on in the back. So whatever's going on in the front and in the back. If it's a rounded shape, I had my two lines kind of go out from there. Do a little bit better job than I did there, but try to get those two lines to look about the same. We're just trying to get a thickness to our letters. We also want to focus on some of the inside parts, so I can see I forgot that one right in there. We want to make sure that we can see all the different angles of those letters. Once that is done, you are going to start to put some squares on the back, all right? I believe I had a minimum number. You had to have at least 8, I believe, on the back. It was either 6 or 8. I don't have that written on my board right now. So either a minimum of 6 to 8 boxes. The people in class will be able to help you because they probably started it already. I did quite a few. You want to try to keep them roughly the same size. There's a few that are a little bit bigger here. They're a little bit more narrower on the end. But that's what our back is going to look like. So once those boxes are filled in, then each box needs to have a different design. You can freehand this stuff. I used a lot of the stencils to trace those shapes so that I can get a different design in there. We do not want to see any of the boxes through our letters. Our letters should be pretty plain. We want them to stand out, and those designs in the back are going to help those letters pop out. Once that's all done, once all the pencils, you got to finish the pencil first, all right? Once the pencil's done, then you can go in. Colored pencil, marker, you can use both. If you've got something available to you, gel pens or something like that, you can do that as well, but I have plenty of markers and colored pencils. Don't just take something like this where you got these nice wavy lines and just color over the top of it, all right? That defeats the purpose of why you drew those lines in there. Do an alternating pattern, or do a pattern of 3 or 4, something like that, or give the background a color, maybe outline the shape in a color, and maybe do the inside in a color. Try to be as creative as possible. If you are someone who has went the minimum route of 6 to 8 boxes, then you have a lot of space to fill. Make sure that you don't have any large gaps in between, all right? We want to fill those shapes. If you're somebody like me that went with smaller boxes, it doesn't take very long to fill those up. It's just going to take a little bit longer to color them in, that's all, and come up with a different design. So each one should have a nice different design. We are not working on this next week, so this will be something you can work on your own throughout time. But we will start a new project, and we will go from there. All right? Good luck, and I will see you next week.